Can't wait to see what he does. Want to put those applause together right now. We've got Buzz Battle, you and Hold the Center. Good luck for Kyle Ayers, everybody.
How about negative? It's good to be here. I grew up in Missouri. I grew up in a town of 800 people in Missouri. It's called Lake. Why are you laughing at 800? Is that a new one for you? I don't know what that is. I'm from a town. It's called Lake Tapawingo, Missouri. It's very redneck. My uncle is the most redneck person I know. My uncle named all of his daughters after different Allman Brothers songs. So my cousins are Jessica and Melissa, and Jessica live at the Beacon Theater. She's louder and longer than her sister. She's good. I get pretty drunk. I'm drinking now. I got drunk at this karaoke night, and my friend came up to me and gave me some advice. This is what he said. Oh, he's a black guy, and that was not the advice. This is what he said. He goes, Kyle, you know, as a white guy, it's cool if you say the N-word, as long as it's during your karaoke song. That's what he told me. That's my friend. I was drunk, I believed him, and I did it. And no, he was very wrong. No one was happy at all. I was like, Willie, you told me I could say the N-word. He's like, yeah, you can't just add it to a Weezer song. It's like an asterisk situation, I suppose. I like fast food a lot. I grew up eating fast food. My friend got mad at me because I told him my favorite restaurant is Chick-fil-A. I told him, like, my favorite restaurant is Chick-fil-A. And he's like, dude, you can't eat Chick-fil-A. They hate gay people. He got so mad. He's like, dude, you can't eat there. They hate gay people. And I was like, I can't eat at a place just because they hate gay people? I mean, I ate dinner at my parents' house for years. You need a new argument. That's what you need, bitch. My dad's 68. He still doesn't let two meats touch. Like, what are you talking about? You want 2 hot dogs? You take that shit to college. I grew up in a town of 800 people in Missouri, Lake Tapawingo. My best friend my whole life has never left Missouri. Grew up in Lake Tapawingo, Missouri. He's still in Lake Tapawingo, Missouri. And he told me this. He goes, Kyle, I hated Hillary. I hate Donald Trump. But I voted for Donald Trump because more than anything, I am afraid of a terrorist attack. What, in Lake Tapawingo, Missouri? Are they lost? What are you talking about? Did Bugs Bunny misdirect ISIS to Lake Tapawingo, Missouri? I live in New York where there has been and will be, not my fault, more terrorist attacks. And I'm far more afraid of running into a casual acquaintance on accident. Like, that's my biggest fear. I'm afraid of a terrorist. If I'm on an airplane, I'd much rather it be getting blown up than someone cornering me to talk about, oh, you're in the entertainment industry? It's like, at least I'm going to take my headphones out to die. Do you understand? How do they play? They're like, okay, guys, welcome to the ISIS meeting. I doubt that's how they start the meetings. You know, you gotta set the precedent. Let's reread the minutes, and they get through that. Everyone have a LaCroix, and so then they're like, okay. They're rich. They don't have not a lot of overhead for ISIS. You can get LaCroix. And then they're just like, we have to kill Charlie in Lake Tapawingo. We have to. I'll tell you why later. We have. And so someone's like, okay, it's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly an airplane into Kansas City, Missouri. And the guy's like, great, we're gonna blow up the Kansas City. No, we land safely in Kansas City, Missouri. We're gonna take a 20-minute bus to the Hertz rental station. Is anyone here 25? Is any of us? We'll have to get a mom to co-sign for the car rental. And boom, 63 minutes. Hopefully Charlie's working at that State Farm. He called me a cuck on Twitter. This is gonna... I was on a date with this girl and I told her I was a stand-up comedian, which is bad. Kind of a lie, and I shouldn't have said it, and... And this was, but she like tried to relate to me, but I did not care. She goes, "You're a stand-up comedian? That's crazy. My brother-in-law, he's an actor." Okay, I understand, sort of. But then I was like, has he been in anything? I'm trying to go with this. I'm like, has he been in anything? Would I know him? She goes, you may know him. He was in Pay It Forward. And I was like, who is this brother-in-law? Now I'm like, who is it? And this is what she said. She goes, oh, Bon Jovi. That's how you lead to Bon Jovi as actor? You start with actor? What do you think? Like, what if I was like, I play basketball, and you're like, my brother-in-law, he's a baseball player. Michael Jordan. It's like, what are you doing? He's an actor, you know? Space Jam. You're not supposed to like judge someone based on their appearance, you know what I mean? They say not to, but it's like, what if I'm right, like, every time, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a numbers game at this point. I've been wrong once, I think, of all time. I was wrong. Here's the one time I was wrong. I was in Springfield, Missouri. I was doing a show in Springfield, Missouri. A guy came up to me after the show. He was in all camouflage pants, camouflage shirt, camouflage hat. He had a Coors Light tall boy can, even though they didn't sell them there. He just had he came up to me and he said a couple things. I judged him, and then he proved me wrong. But this is what he said. He goes, "Hey, funny man, come here." Okay, cool. This is how the fun ones start. Yeah. Okay. Hi. And he goes, "I do not care for your politics." And then I judged him, but then he proved me wrong because he went on. He said, "I do not care for your politics, but I appreciate the way you structured your stand-up routine with a 3-act structure, allowing me to relate to somebody not from my canon, not even a background I may have a lot to relate to begin with, bringing me outside of who I am, Daryl, as a person, allowing me to maybe laugh at myself and laugh at things I do not normally laugh at. So I appreciate you." And then he took a big drink, and he goes, "And fuck it, dude, jokes is jokes. You a funny little bitch." Are you a ghost of redneck could be? Like, what is going on right now? I picture this guy his whole life, like maybe he like sees Moonlight and he has this like, progressive, and he has the same reaction. He's like, leaves the theaters like, I do not care for the lifestyle the young man portrayed in that moving picture. But the way it was set up with a literal 3-act structure and a coming-of-age narrative, and the motifs washed over me like waves on a beach, allowing me to maybe sympathize with people with backgrounds I am not akin to. I appreciate them bringing me into their world. And then he'd take a drink and be like, and fuck it, dude, if you're on the beach at night, a hand job's a hand job. Did you give me the light? Nah, okay, whenever the rest of this shit bombs, remember where we just were. Nice. I saw a headline that the New York Times claimed was breaking news, and this is what it said. And in these days, breaking news, it has to be so much to be breaking. But this was it said, breaking news, Oreo has a new flavor. I was like, that couldn't wait. And this was the sub-headline said, Oreo has a new flavor, cinnamon bun. Would you dare put it in your mouth? What? Yes. You don't know the gross shit I eat on purpose on a regular basis. One time I ate a taco I found in the back of a Lyft. Yeah, I'll try. Well, not an Uber, dirty Lyft. It was just a rickshaw. Yeah, I'll try a cinnamon bun flavor. I eat butt all the time. What are we doing right now? I eat a butt-flavored Oreo if she would text me back finally. I don't understand what tweet isn't his bit anymore. You notice how many people, this is gonna fuck it. You notice how many, I'm very tired of people, like, everything's an argument online. I'll be like, this is why I feel this, and someone will be like, not to play devil's advocate here, but it's like, why do you want to, that's the devil. Why do you want to be on his side? Not to put the devil from hell? You want to be on the devil's team? They're like, I know that you really care about this argument, but no, I just got to play devil. I just had to be on Lucifer's team for a minute here. You may know him from film and television. Satan, do you mind if I take his side to degrade you as a human being? I know I'm an egg, but do you mind if I just, okay. I don't know, think of stuff that's funny to you and say it at the end of that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about falling asleep on the I fell asleep. I was falling asleep on the M train in the middle of the day. Hard worker. I was falling asleep, and I'm like holding the whatever, and I'm like holding the. This one is a mess. Why is this one so much more? And anyways, I'm like, I started like I was like dozing off, holding the, and then you know how you could feel that someone's like about to like be an asshole near you? You know, you can feel, you like feel it. I jolted awake, and this guy who was sitting right there had set his book, probably Infinite Jest, on his lap, and he was holding up his phone. I swear to God, just taking photos of me falling asleep. Just picture, and and I was like, dude, are you taking pictures of me falling asleep on the train? And this is what he said. This is a person you share Earth with. This is what he goes, I have a blog where I put tired folks. Are you Mumford's son? Relax. What are you talking about? I got so mad. I'm like, dude, you can't just take photos of people falling asleep. He was like, legally, I'm allowed to. Legally, it's like, no, if you have to open your argument with legally, you're doing asshole shit. That's what you're doing. You have to no one says legally before they're doing something. No one's like, legally, I can rescue all these children from this fire? It's always like, legally, that's my dog. So yeah, that makes this consent. Like, it's never a good thing. You guys think that's a good thing? I don't understand. Legally, I can give out classified information. Okay, and so it's like, don't. Yeah, I'm taking a bold stance. That bold stance hitting that softball at Donald Trump. Oh boy, you guys are gonna go, God, did you see? Okay, fucking anyways. What if immediately, okay. So I was so mad at this guy who took these photos. I was like, Kyle, you have to stand up for yourself. And normally thinking that feels good, and I go home and I watch TV. But I was like, you have to do it. And so we got to the Myrtle Wyckoff train station, and the doors opened, and the doors were about to close. And the doors are closing, and I swear to God, I had like I took this guy's book, and I just threw it out of the train. While it was happening, I'm like, who's doing this? I'm a hero. Like, I was a hero. And this child saw the whole thing happen. It was amazing. Because he just looked down, and he just goes, oh wow, legally he threw your book out of the train.